In your journey, in arriving at this point, over thousands of your years, you have experienced the idea, you have known that certain kinds of senses exist that you have termed extrasensory. But you can now begin to understand you no longer need to refer to them as extra. They are part of your arsenal. They are part of your kit. They are your tools. They are your senses. They have always been there. It is simply that in holding yourself back with definitions that limit you, that don't work for you, you have created the illusion, the experience of disconnection and separation from these very natural senses that are not in any way, shape, or form extra, but completely a part of who and what you are in a very natural way. And even your ideas and definitions of death can change in a manner to allow you the freedom to use those senses, to reach out with those senses, to perceive with those senses things that have been heretofore invisible to you only because you thought of these things as beyond you, as extra, as things that are extraordinary, not normal, not natural, supernatural, but they are not. Lose that definition now. Let go of that definition now. There is nothing that is supernatural in that sense of the term. We understand that there will always be experiences that may at any given moment be on a different plane, be in a different frequency, be on a different vibratory level than what may be relevant for you to experience, depending upon the experience that you are having. But that does not make them supernatural in the sense that they are beyond nature, that they are somehow unnatural, outside of nature. Nothing is outside of nature. Nothing is outside of creation. And in the way that people on your planet have used the term paranormal or supernatural, in many ways, those terms no longer serve you. For these things, these perceptions, these abilities are natural, a part of your nature, your true nature. And by being your true nature and rising from the ashes as the phoenixes that you are, you will be able to see and perceive that these senses have always been with you, always been within you, that you are connected to far more than you have previously imagined, that you'll be capable of perceiving far more than you previously could. But not because you have gained extra senses, not because you have become supernatural. Only because you have actually acknowledged and owned the senses that are yours and acknowledged and owned your true nature. By becoming more natural, will you experience connection to these senses. By becoming more natural, will you be capable of perceiving into these other realms in different vibratory states that were heretofore invisible to you. It is all about becoming your true natural self, not about imbuing yourself with supernatural powers that are beyond or extra or in addition to your true nature. These things are representative of your true nature, are reflective of who and what you are as a consciousness, as an entity, as a being. It is your natural birthright, in a sense, if you wish to put it that way. It is simply part of the kit. All you have to do is look more deeply into the owner's manual, and you will see that all of these accessories have always been there. And they are not really accessories at all. They are truly part of the original design. In rising from your own ashes, in letting go of those things that no longer serve you, and letting them blow away on the wind to become your new self, your new phoenix self, you will begin to experience this natural state more and more. The more you let go of definitions that don't work, The more you let go of definitions that create the illusion and experience of disconnection or separation or something beyond you, the more you let go of those, the more you will incorporate the experience and experience the incorporation of the things that have always been part and parcel of you. In a more holistic way will you experience these things, and your outer reflected reality illusion will reflect these things back to you by allowing you to perceive more of those things, more of those dimensions, more of yourself, because you are the dimension you are perceiving. It is an aspect, it is a reflection, it is an expression of your greater self, and all you're doing by diving and flying into the unknown is discovering more and more of the expanded consciousness that you have always been, and always will be, and are right now. Let us examine more deeply the symbol, the representation of the phoenix. Most often, again, as an archetypal symbol, it is depicted as this bird and contains the colors, more often than not, of scarlet and gold. Scarlet and gold, crimson and gold. However you wish to express this is fine. Let us look also, thus then, at what is representative of those colors within the elemental realms. Since this is an archetypal energy, archetypal vibrations will have corresponding frequencies in the elemental realms. And the two that stand out most strongly, in fact, almost the only elements that express any kind of color at all, express the color red and gold, copper and gold. Thus then you can see that even in the elements is the expression, is the vibration of those colors that are representative of renewal and rebirth. And if you thus then even create any artifact, especially those that are representative of cycles, such as a ring, out of a mix of copper and gold, you are actually creating a phoenix resonance, a phoenix artifact, a phoenix archetypal symbol that resonates to the vibrational frequency of that symbol, of that rebirth, of that renewal, of that letting go. If you feel that this permission slip of creating a ring of copper and gold will be of some assistance in reminding you to generate that frequency, that phoenix frequency within you, by all means, use your own wherewithal, your own devices, your own abilities, your own resources and imagination to create such a permission slip, because again, it is given to you that almost no other elements in the natural elements have color at all, and yet the primary two that do have striking color are the color of the phoenix, crimson and gold. Take advantage of that frequency as it is given to you to elevate yourselves to the frequency that is represented by the combination of the two. And as we said at the beginning of this transmission, is more than the two in coming together, more than the sum of the two, and creates a new third level, a new third vibrational reflective reality, a reflection of a reality that is representative of the phoenix vibration, of rising from the ashes, of renewal and rebirth. This is what was created in Atlantean times that was known by the name of Orichalc, or Orichalcum, was the mixture of copper and gold. Sometimes they threw in a little bit of silver as a uniting element, a uniting force for the representation of the clear light that is representative of the blending of the two, of the red and the gold, into the clear light represented by silver. So again, instinctively, many of you have combined these metals into rings quite often. Copper, gold, silver is quite common as a representation of a ring of jewelry on your planet, but it is no accident. It isn't just because they're pretty. It is because they represent this vibration of renewal, upliftment, letting go, and represent the third new reality, the reflective reality that is more than the combination of the two, of the scarlet, of the crimson and the gold, the silver clear light. That is the result of the blending of those two frequencies as they come together to create an upliftment and a renewal of spirit, of insight, of flight, of ability, of awareness, of awakening, of freedom. Freedom through fire, through igniting your passion, igniting your dreams, igniting that frequency, igniting the nuclear fires that transform and transcend to a new level of awareness, a new reality, a new dimension of experience that allow you to accelerate forward very rapidly. Again, this is simply a permission slip, but if it gives you reminder, if it gives you the ability to give yourself permission to generate this frequency, this phoenix frequency, then by all means, don't hesitate to acquire or to create such a device. And even in depictions of art, can you do this in creating a reflective permission slip frequency in all the depictions of the phoenix that have existed throughout your history. It is, again, no accident that many, what you call secret societies, use this symbol. And in reality, even though you may think that upon your currency is the symbol of the eagle, it is actually the symbol of the phoenix. For again, it is the rising from the ashes. And even the city that you are in was named Phoenix because it is built from the ashes of the old cultures that existed in the desert before you, those indigenous and native cultures. Ho-ho-kam, ho-ho-kam, ho-ho-kam vibration still exists within your location. You can call upon the ho-ho-kam spirits and the Kachina spirits to aid and assist you in tapping in to the phoenix vibration, the rising of the ashes. Allow yourself to connect to whatever it is that works for you by letting go of older definitions. No longer is this existence supernatural. No longer, in a sense, is it paranormal. No longer, in a sense, is it even metaphysical. It is your new reality, fourth density, physicality, and it is natural. And it is your true state of being. Feel the vibration with every breath you take. Breathe it in deeply. Breathe it in now. Take a deep breath. And with every breath out, you know you are letting go of the ashes of the old, the ashes of that which no longer serves you, the ashes of bygone days, the ashes float away on the wind, are dissolved and absorbed back into creation to be renewed, reused, reconfigured, retransfigured, retransformed again and again, again and again, again and again in cycles without end, eternally, infinitely. The phoenix is the bird of creation, the symbol of renewal, the symbol of rebirth, the symbol of immortality, of eternity, of infinity, through endless cycles of new experience, of recreation, of redefinition, of reinvention. Reinvent yourselves. You have every right to do so. You have every ability to do so. Now that you know that all of these things you have termed metaphysical, paranormal, and supernatural are simply normal and natural and physical and part of your legacy and part of your existence and part of your path and part of your right and part of your experience and part of your theme. You are the phoenix rising from the ashes, individually and collectively, and you burn bright. Don't be afraid to burn as bright as you can, for only in the brightest fire will you burn away as a crucible all those things that no longer serve you. Only by allowing the brightest of lights will you dispel the shadows and see truly. Allow yourself to be that bright light. Do not be afraid of the fire. Your true essence is indestructible and can never, ever be burnt or destroyed. But all that will fall away, all that is not you, will be reduced to ashes and form the cement and the firmament and the foundation for all that is to come. They are the stepping stones. The ashes create the stepping stones that will lead you to the next and the next and the next version of yourself. Do not fear the light. Do not fear the fire. Do not fear the fear. Let it burn through you and out of you and be free. Truly free to be who you really are. All of you take a deep breath in and let it out, feeling renewed, refreshed, energized. Take a deep breath in and let it out. And let go of those things that have nothing to do with who you know yourself to be. Take a deep breath in and let it out. And know that with every breath, you enter a new chapter. You write a new chapter of your exploration, your expedition, your journey of discovery of yourself, of life, of creation, of light, of being, and that this will never end. Joy is yours forever. Allow yourselves to continue to breathe easily, calmly, but feel that fire burning within. Allow it to expand and fill every cell, every atom, every subatomic particle, every aspect of your being, your spirit, your soul. Feel it extending outward, the rays of a star with the phoenix at the center, burning bright and yet unconsumed, even though reduced to ashes, renewed and unconsumed in the light of forever, in the phoenix frequency that allows you to know that you are eternal, that you live in the now, in the total present, more and more, allowing more and more of what is to manifest in the new reality you are creating yourself to be, in the new vibration you are creating yourself to experience, yourself to be. It is all about frequency. It is all about resonance. And from the phoenix frequency, you can rise from anything, no matter what you experience, as you define everything in your life to have meaning in a positive way. You will use that phoenix frequency to allow yourself to rise from anything and everything that you may have heretofore labeled in a negative way, but no longer need to. For it no longer serves you. And it cannot exist in the fire of the phoenix frequency. That which does not belong to you, that which is out of alignment, that which is out of harmony with your true core vibration, cannot survive the fire of the phoenix frequency and is reduced to ash and blows away. And you are left, just you, clean, fresh, renewed, uplifted, light, at peace, at one with all that is. Feel yourself stretch your neck up to the sun, up to the heavens, up to the stars. Feel yourself spread your gold and crimson wings out to the sides. Stretching, renewing and renewed. Feel your tail feathers spread wide to guide and steer you, an unerring oar in the currents and eddies of the energy of all that is, so that you float freely on an uplifting wind, on an uplifting current, rising higher, spiraling higher, ever heavenward, ever starward, ever up and up and up and up into the pure, clear light of all that is. Ride the waves as the phoenix, ride the currents, floating freely, free to be, free to fly. Breathe. Breathe. Breathe.